Good day, learners. Our subject for today is Science 5 for Quarter 4, Week 2. Now our topic is Effects of Soil Erosion. For the most essential learning competency, investigate extent of soil erosion in the community and its effect on living things and the environment. You have learned in the previous lesson that weathering is an important process that helps shape the Earth's surface. The breakings of rocks result in the formation of soil and different landforms. This is also the reason why we have amazing rock formations. Also, weathering can either be mechanical or chemical. Mechanical weathering is the physical wearing away of rocks without any change in their chemical nature, while chemical weathering involves change in the composition of rocks that allows them to break down into pieces. This time, you will learn about soil erosion and its effect on living things and the environment. When rocks are broken down into different pieces, it does not stay in one place. Some rock fragments become part of the soil, others are transferred from one place to another, which is called erosion. Materials that are transported due to erosion are called sediments. Erosion of rock fragments contributes to the soil formation as well as formation of landforms. Soil erosion does not only shape Earth's landforms, it also affects the ecosystem, especially if it happens unexpectedly. It can destroy roads and bridges. The roads become rugged, traveling will be difficult and long. Repair of roads will cost the government much money. Erosion affects the land. It can change its shape and size. Human activities such as deforestation, illegal logging, and quarrying also increase the effects of soil erosion in the environment. Here are the effects of soil erosion on landforms. Although soil erosion happens every time, the appearance and structure of a landforms does not change or do not change overnight. It would take hundreds of years to change. For instance, sand dunes would form after plenty of soil accumulate and form a huge mass after existing large mass of rocks and soil. This process happens over and over again. Soil erosion can destroy large masses of land. It can also transform a mountain to hill or plateau. Plants get most of its nutrient from the topsoil. The topsoil contains the organic materials produced by dead plants and animals. However, this topsoil is usually carried away by wind and water. Once the topsoil is gone, the nutrients for plants will be carried away as well. Too much soil erosion makes the soil unable to hold or absorb water. This makes the soil dry, coarse, and eventually unfit for vegetation. In addition, sediments that are washed away by water can clog irrigation system and can further inhibit the plant's water supply. The effect of erosion on plants would mean less food production. This can affect animals and humans since plants are their main source of food and nutrients. Another negative effect of erosion is the prevalence of mine tailings, which are mineral waste or leftovers after the mining process. Erosion brought by water can wash mine tailings to nearby bodies of water and pollute them. Polluted seas and rivers can affect aquatic plants and animals, as well as the potable water supply of animals and humans. For learning task 1, prepare the materials listed below. If not available, you may use another materials at home to perform the activity. You may ask the help of your parents or guardians or any adult members of the family if needed. The title of the activity is Erosion Survey. So the materials needed, we have paper and pen. For the procedures, we have number 1, observe the landforms or rock formations in your community. Take note of possible signs of erosion. If there are no landforms or rock formations in your community, you may use other books or references to observe some landforms or rock formations in other places. For number 2, ask your grandparents or the barangay officials in your community about some landforms or rock formations that may be a result of erosion. Let them describe how those looked like before. Based on their descriptions, compare with how they look like now. After that, you have to answer the following questions. Number 1, what are the signs of erosion that you have observed around your community? How about in other places? Number 2, based on your analysis on responses of your grandparents and the barangay officials that you have talked to, do the landforms or rock formations that you see in your community today look as they were many years ago? And for learning task 2, prepare the materials listed below. If not available, you may use other materials at home to perform the activity. You may ask the help of your parents or guardians or any adult members of the family if needed. The title of the activity is Erosion by Water. The materials, you have 3 small pans, 6 cups na garden soil, 3 wooden blocks of different sizes, and 3 bottles of 500 ml water. For the procedures, number 1, place the wooden blocks on the flat surface. Label each block as A, B, and C. For number 2, place 1 small pan on each column in a slanting position. For number 3, pour 2 cups of garden soil and spread it on each pan. Number 4, pour 1 bottle of water above each pan with soil. And number 5, record your observations in the following table. So you have columns A, B, and C and your observations. Then, you are going to answer the following questions. Number 1, based on your observation, which pan had the least amount of soil destroyed? How about the greatest? Number 2, based on your observation, explain how the slope of the land affect the rate of erosion. Number 3, based on your observation, how does the slope of the land affect erosion in your community? And number 4, based on your observation, what effect of erosion in your community can you infer? And for learning task 3, list down the effects of soil erosion in table form. So we have landforms, plants, humans, and animals. Okay, so here are my sample answers. So for the landforms, appearance and structure take hundreds of years to change. It can be destructive as large mass of soil and worn away. And the last can add to the beauty and wonder of nature. And for the plants, we have the following effects. First, topsoil is easily carried away so plants will not grow well due to lack of nutrients. Next, we have sediments can clog the irrigation system. And we have also soil loses the ability to hold and absorb water. And for humans and animals, we have the following effect of soil erosions. First, we have less food production. Next, we have mineral waste or leftover after mining pollutes the rivers and seas. There will be lack of food supply. And the last, farmers will have difficulty sustaining their crops or produce. For learning task 4, draw a heart eyes emoji if the situation shows a good effect of soil erosion and wow emoji if not. So we have number 1, large masses of land become wonders of nature. Number 2, shaping of landforms. Number 3, change in appearance of mountains. Number 4, deposition of mine tailings. Number 5, inability of the soil to hold water. Number 6, formation of soil. Number 7, pollution of soil. Number 8, removal of topsoil. Number 9, decrease in food production. And number 10, clogging of irrigation canal. Let us now answer learning task 4. For number 1, is your answer heart eyes emoji? You are correct. For number 2, if your answer is heart eyes emoji, you are correct. For number 3, if your answer is wow emoji, you are correct. Number 4, if your answer is wow emoji, you are correct. Number 5, if your answer is still wow emoji, you are correct. Number 6, if your answer is heart eyes emoji, then you are correct. Number 7, if your answer is wow emoji, you are correct. Number 8, if your answer is wow emoji, you are absolutely correct. Number 9, if your answer is heart eyes emoji, you are correct. And number 10, if your answer is wow emoji, you are correct. For learning task 5, true or false? Write true if the statement is correct and false if not. For number 1, the effect of erosion on plants would mean over food production. Number 2, the topsoil contains the organic materials produced by dead plants and animals. Number 3, soil erosion can destroy large masses of land. Number 4, erosion brought by water can wash mine tailings to nearby bodies of water and pollute them. Number 5, human activities such as deforestation, illegal logging, and quarrying, this decrease the effects of soil erosion in the environment. Now let us answer learning task 5. For number 1, if your answer is false, then you are correct. Number 2, if your answer is true, you are correct. Number 3, if your answer is true, you are correct. Number 4, if your answer is true, you are correct. Number 5, if your answer is false, then you are correct. For learning task 6, Write a brief essay with at least 5 sentences on how you would help your community to prevent the negative effects of soil erosion. Consider the rubric below in doing the task. So we have the rubric. So we have the level of performance and the descriptors. So you will get 5 points if the main idea is clear and precise and it is supported by 5 or more supporting details. You will get 4 points if the main idea is clear and precise and it is supported by 4 supporting details. Then number 3, or you will get 3 points if the main idea is clear and precise and it is supported by 3 supporting details. And you will get 2 points if the main idea is clear and precise and it is supported by 2 supporting details. And you will get 1 point if the main idea is clear and precise and it is supported by 1 supporting detail. And here is my possible answer. Soil erosion is harmful not only to human beings, it can lead to other issues such as the increased risk of landslide and flooding as there is no soil available to prevent this. Hence, it is better to control and prevent soil erosion before it becomes way beyond our control. It is in the best interest of us that we should control soil erosion before it's too late. This is not just to protect our land for future generations, but also to protect the species living in the soil. Building dikes along riverbanks prevent rainwater from carrying away soil. Plant more young trees to replace the old ones that have been cut down by illegal loggers. Farmers prevent erosion of the soil by means of controlled flowing. Plants prevent wind and water erosion by covering the soil with their roots. For learning task 7, answer the following questions on the effects of soil erosion. For number 1, how do humans increase the effect of soil erosion? Number 2, how do soil erosion negatively affects landforms, plants, animals, and humans? And number 3, how would you help to solve the problems on the negative effects of soil erosion? Let us now answer learning task 7. And for number 1, here is my sample answer. Human activities like deforestation, which is logging or burning forest, kainin, quarrying, overcropping, and overgrazing have increased the effects. For number 2, here is my sample answer. Erosion changes the slope and size of land. High-level grounds become flat. When parts of the mountains, forests, and valley erode, the natural habitat of plants and animals are destroyed. Farmers cannot grow more crops. People will have less to eat when our harvest decreased. And number 3, here is my sample answer. The way to reduce the erosion of fertile land is by planting trees which resist wind and water from eroding the surface of the land. For the assimilation, we have to remember the effects of soil erosion. First, soil erosion can destroy large masses of land. It can also transform a mountain to hill or plateau. Another effect of soil erosion is the effect of erosion on plants would mean less production or food production. This can affect animals and humans since plants are their main source of food and nutrients. For learning task 7 for the assessment part, matching type. Match the definition in column A with the concept in column B. Write the letter of your answer on the space provided before each number. So we have for column A, number 1, it contains the organic materials produced by dead plants and animals. For number 2, these are materials that are transported due to erosion. Number 3, it is an example of human activity that increases the effects of soil erosion. And number 4, it can change the shape and size of land. And number 5, these are mineral waste or leftovers after the mining process. And for letter B, we have A, mine tailings. Letter B, deforestation. Letter C, topsoil. Letter D, sediments. Letter E, erosion. And letter F, weathering. Let us now answer learning task 7. And is your answer number 1 letter C? Topsoil? You are correct. Number 2, if your answer is letter D, sediments? You are correct. Number 3, if your answer is letter B, deforestation? You are correct. And number 4, if your answer is letter E, erosion? You are correct. And the last but not the least, if your answer is letter A, mine tailings, you are correct. And that concludes our topic about effects of soil erosion. Till next time, thank you and God bless everyone.